great Wednesday. I just want to be sleeping right now, to be honest. Went to the Indian spot today. Had mad Indian food. It's a great day. Sprained my ankle today for the first time in almost probably over 2 years. I was trying to show somebody some kick in the gym. Shit just fucking rolled. But we're good. We'll be able to train tomorrow morning. I massaged it, I iced it, I stretched it. And, all things being what it is, it should be good by tomorrow morning. If anything, I'll just rewrap it. Was able to get some swimming in, even though the foot was a little jacked up while we was treading water. But we're alive. We're healthy. Our belly is full. We got water, air in our lungs. What's there to complain about, man, right? All things being what they are. So I said today I would be talking about the value of cultivating oneself. Being that the outside can only be changed from within ourselves. You get what I'm saying? It's a broken record. I talk about personal development a lot. My guy Immanuel Kant said humans must evolve into new beings who have learned to see the whole first. Some Chinese dude named Zhuangzi said the wise man knows that it is better to sit on a bank of a remote mountain stream than to be emperor of the whole world. You must become impossible to offend if you are to develop the ability to never be moved off your center. A healthy body is light and silent, just as a healthy mind. You're the only person that you'll be with till the end. All those little quotes are examples as to why personal development is key. Personal development in your physical appearance, personal development in your intellectual development, in your intellectual evolution and refinement as an individual, as a human, having this conscious experience. Spiritual development, learning the value and power of gratitude, learning the value of being alone, of appreciating the silence, the peace of the silence of solitude, and overcoming those feelings of loneliness. Cultivating inner peace so that, emotionally taxing and demanding circumstances don't get the best of us, so that we can better deal with the women that come into our life and the children that we might have the opportunity to teach, to nurture, to care for in this life. And, personal development is also essential towards gaining clarity of thought to be able to, confidently imagine and set forth goals for ourselves and accomplish those goals, keeping our promise to ourselves. Having a level of personal integrity that allows us to keep to the task regardless of how hard they may seem or how we may feel in the moment about accomplishing the task, keeping those promises that we make to ourselves so that we can cultivate a greater level of self-confidence in ourselves and our ability to not just do what we say we will do and being able to rely in ourselves, but also towards developing a consciousness, a personality, a character that will allow us the courage to make commitment to others, to commit to a friend, family, a lover, a business venture, a business partnership, something of that nature. That personal development helps us in all those aspects. And it starts with being honest with ourselves. It starts with taking personal accountability. You know what I'm saying? It starts with being mindful of the words that come out of our mouth and the thoughts that we allow to germinate and take hold in our mind. It starts, with our physical appearance, the habits that we cultivate with these bodies, and the things that we put into these bodies, the food, the music, the things we watch, we allow to, steal our attention. All these things have a say. The more we focus on our personal development, the better equipped we are to be of value to our family, to our friends, to individuals that may come into our lives or into whose life we may come into. The more valuable we are to them, the more valuable we are to ourselves. People pay for value. People pay for solutions. If you can provide people solutions based on the solutions that you provided yourself, based on your own personal experiences, through your own process of personal development, of working on refining your body, your mind, your energy, your soul, your spirit, your emotional traumas and insecurities and shortcomings, and your financials as well. Hey, people will pay for that. Mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power, and people pay for access to power. People pay for lawyers. People pay for electricians. People pay for, automated conductors, technological engineers, computer specialists. People pay for the value that can be provided through the value that can be given, through one's own individual understanding of the task at hand. Somebody doesn't know how to fight and they want to learn how to defend yourself, and you've learned how to defend yourself because you've invested the time into learning whatever martial art is most sparks your greatest interest towards being able to defend yourself in any circumstance, and you can teach that to somebody else. People will pay you for that. People will pay you for fitness classes, for anything. You can make money doing anything in society, in any society. You don't just have to have a vagina. As a man, you don't have a vagina, and the only value that you can provide as a man is the value that you end up nurturing within yourself. Whatever qualities you develop within yourself that allow you to be of value to yourself and to others, that's going to determine your income, your status in this life. The degree to which you do that job well will determine how much you make in the process of doing that job. Some people fix Hondas, they only make a few $100s a day. Then you got other people, they fix Lamborghinis, they might make a few grand. You get what I'm saying? Or $100 per hour, hundreds of dollars per hour. It just depends on what you choose to focus on learning and specializing in this life. Maybe you like Hondas. You don't like Lamborghinis, so you would rather fix Hondas. You would rather build up those kind of cars. Some people, they want the extravagant. They don't want to deal with the mediocre. Doesn't mean that somebody that fixes Honda is any lesser than somebody that fixes a more exotic car. No, each just chose a different field, and they likely had an understanding of what they were going to make. But hey, if you don't work on whatever it is that is going to take to ensure that you become the very best that you can of yourself, because you're not in competition with anybody else than with anyone other than yourself. This is what we got to understand. We're not in competition with anybody other than ourselves. So looking at other people and trying to be better than them is idiotic. It's stupid. It's wasteful. Look at yourself, see where you're falling short, and see how you can refine that. Wherever it is. And be patient. Don't try to rush anything. Be efficient. Aim for efficiency and effectiveness, but don't try to rush the process. Can't rush anything. You can't force a tree to grow. It's gonna take its time, and it's the same thing for us. You know what I'm saying? If you were born into a middle class family and you grew up seeing your family, your parents make six figures, that's gonna be normal for you. And going above those six figures is going to be easier, or might be easier, than somebody that didn't see their family go past five. Not even high five, low fives. Or maybe this individual didn't even grow up knowing about, economic class and status and all these different symbols and states of financial success in society. All of this might be new to some people. It will be new to many people. And so we can't allow what we haven't seen determine what we can create. Because everything that is seen was made out of that which is unseen. So therefore we must believe in whatever imaginative thoughts, whatever imaginative, creative thoughts we have in our mind that are uniquely our own, that when we think about it, make us feel like it is possible. We need to believe that those things are possible. And we need to understand that to make them possible is going to take us going into what we believe is the process that it would take for us to accomplish whatever it is that we have in our imagination. If you've never created an app, but you have an idea about an app and you're willing to go into the process of it, then it might take you taking some online classes on that. If you've never written a book, you suck at reading, you suck at writing, but you feel, believe, as though there's a book inside of you, then it's going to take you reading and learning how to go about creating a book, how to go about structuring it so that you can make that more easily, possible of being manifested. Nobody in your family might have flown a plane, but you want to fly planes. It's in your imagination. You keep having dreams about it. You keep having visions about it. Hey, instead of going to college for some BS liberal arts degree, you best invest that $15,000 to $30,000 into some flight school. And you might be the first one in your family. Some people may, try to play you on it, but don't worry about that. But it's going to take a version of yourself that must be developed. It must be cultivated. It must be created from within yourself. It exists within yourself. All the great things that we want in our life, they are within us. They are pulling us in that direction from within us. The more we silence it, the more we are deterred in a direction completely opposite to what we want. And towards what we don't want, what we hate, what we detest, what we are disgusted by, what we are ashamed of, what we are fearful of, what causes us anxiety. But the more we nurture those dreams, those visions, those wishes, the more we take on the actions, the thought processes, the feelings, the emotions, the more we invest our energy consciously in motions and actions onto the tasks and the process that are logically, reasonable with the ideas and the visions that we have in our mind, the more we make those things possible. The more our anxiety is overcome with self-confidence and diligence and determination and purpose and consistency and perseverance. Why? Because rather than dwelling on fear and doubt, we focus on hope, on faith, on truth, on trust, on love, on belief that what we want for ourselves, we can have it, so long as we are willing to invest the time, the attention, and the energy wisely towards its accomplishment and its manifestation. It's going to take time. Not going to happen from night to day. It might take 10 days or 10 years. It just depends on, how consistent we are willing to be with the habits that were required in that process that it took for us to be able to manifest whatever it is that we wanted then, that we have in that then now that we end up living in, when our dreams are manifested, our desires, the experiences that we want to have, the people that we want to be with, that we want to meet, that we want to influence, the things that we want to do, the things that we want to give, the experiences that we want to have, the places that we want to go, the what, the when, the where, the how, the who, that will come at its due time, but it will only become more possible when we have a why before us. Why do I want to get better? Why do I want a healthier body? Because I want to live a long and happy and healthy life, free of as much pain as possible, with as little pain as humanly possible at old age. Why read? Because I want to feel and believe that I am intellectually as valuable as I can make myself, for myself and for my family, my friends, my community, the people that may come into my life that may need what I may be able to offer. Why do I want to develop spiritually? Why do I want to have the experiences that I want to have and create the memories that I want to create? I don't know. That's up to each and every one of us to figure that out. But personal development is necessary. You can't skip that. You can't skip that. Personal development in the body, the mind, the spirit, the emotions, relationships, and in finances is essential. If you miss out on one, you're fooling yourself, and you're cheating your family. You're cheating your loved ones. Thinking that, just because you have the money, you have the material things, you might have some brain, you might have some intellect, but you lack the body and you lack the emotional intelligence, awareness, the spiritual peace and balance. That money isn't going to really mean that much. And you're not going to do as much as you could do had you the spiritual balance, your body, just as your mind, and your emotions in balance, so that you can really appreciate everything that life continues to bring into your environment. But hey, to each their own. Like I said, focus on yourself, work on yourself. If you have a job, but you don't want to work that job your whole life, develop those other aspects of yourself that are in alignment with the kind of life and lifestyle that you want to create for yourself. Don't just work for money. Learn to have money work for you. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book to start as it relates to finances. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is a great book also to start as it relates to developing great people skills, dealing with people. And another one is Success. I think it's Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes. 3 great books right there. One for finances, one for interpersonal development, the other one for spiritual, interpersonal, as well as finances. 3 books. One touches on all 3. Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Other than that, that's all we have for tonight. I did my due diligence. I did what I said I was going to do. I give myself a pat on the back for that. Make sure you give yourself some props, some hand claps, some appreciation, because nobody's going to fucking do it for you. And you can't expect it from anybody. That's none of your fucking business. Your business is you. So mind your business. Mind your business. Give your mind business so that you don't become someone else's business and somebody uses your mind and body to mine out of life the treasures and minerals necessary for their business, because you're incapable of minding yourself. Because other people might not be as mindful with you as you could be with you. So mind yourself, family. Mind yourself, mind your business. Treat yourself right, appreciate yourself, be impeccable with your word. Take nothing personal, make no assumptions, and do your best, nothing more, nothing less. That's the 4 agreements. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. One love.